ladies and gentlemen, Lisbon inhabitants, thank you all for having me here. I want to tell you a little bit about what I'm planning to do to this wonderful city. First thing I'm planning to do is to abolish cars. Right now, ML, our parking company, public parking company, started a project on electric bikes. What I want to do is to abolish cars, and the roads will be for the bikes only. Cyclists won't be able to cycle on the pavement. The pavement will belong to the people. You. Please don't forget that. You and your children will have space in this wonderful city. You will have parks, trees, birds will be flying. You will be happy in this amazing city. Thank you all.
The next one. Susie. Anna, you are the candidate from the opposition. Be against Gonçalo idea.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I'm going to oppose my fellow candidate to Lisbon Mayor Municipality. Thank you. Because I'm thinking of those like me who can't ride a bike. How can we move within the city without personal transportation? By foot? If I go a little distance, that may be possible. But if I want to go from one tip of the city to another one, that's more complicated. There's also another concern. Where are the people going to park their bikes? Are the streets prepared to that? To put everyone's bike with security without robbers taking them? What are the solutions to this kind of people's problems that you may present? Because I am really concerned how I'm going to do my daily life without the possibility of taking my car to within the city. Thank you.
No. Giuseppe? Okay. Hello, Giuseppe. So, you are the wingman of Gonçalo. Add a wingman.
Okay.
Add extra arguments to Gonçalo idea.
First of all, thank you, Gustavo, for presenting your argument, and thank you for opposing. What I would like to add, more to Gustavo's speech is that I think we should not just optimize the city for movement and to make transportation faster, but we should also care about the health of the people. The more we bike and the more we walk, the better we feel and the happier the city. And as we know, the car transportation, it's made a lot of progress over the years. Now we see electric cars, but the city made only by cars cannot be a city where people are happy and just walk and enjoy the views. And because of that, I think that it's a good point for what concerns the bike parking. A lot of cities have experimented with underground bike parkings where you just leave your bike and then it just goes underneath the ground and you just pick it up. So that could be a good solution for Teresa's point. And that's it.
Teresa.
Okay.
Be against Giuseppe arguments.
Giuseppe's and Gonçalo's argument, or just the what?
Giuseppe.
Only Giuseppe. Okay. Firstly, thank you so much for your presentation. I would like to argue that maybe this radical change concerning transportation in Lisbon would not be sustainable financially, for example. Okay, you can argue it's environmentally friendly, it can improve people's well-being by becoming a way of transport that can improve people's lives. But at the same time, if you think deeply about it, it's not only a change in infrastructure, but also lifestyle. You cannot change that overnight. Think about how you go to work, for example. You need your stuff. How can you put it in your bikes? And like my colleague said, argued, how can you guarantee that your bike or your belongings will not be stolen, you know? Yes, it's... I should stop? It's okay. So I would say that if you want to do that radical change, at least, well, it will, in the long term, it will not be sustainable at all. You need to first change people's mentality, and then you can implement those changes in our society. Thank you.
So we are on the 24 hours televisions, and we have our special guest specialized in mobility. You saw our politicians talk about mobility in our city. What do you think about her opinions, and what do you think? It is good for the city or not? Tell us about them ideas.
All right, good evening again. I think we had a pretty good debate, full of rhetorical devices and things that we know already from other debates, political debates. And I think they focused only in one thing, in bikes. They put bikes in the streets and to replace the cars for bikes. I think Lisbon has other issues that has to worry about, starting by the construction. As you know, we are in a very unstable place in terms of tectonics, and very little has been done regarding to strengthen our construction. And whenever we rebuild a building, we should have worries to rebuild it in such a way that it could resist earthquakes. So we are doing now, why are we talking about bikes and trees and birds and parking lots for bikes when we have very serious problems? That's why I think you are all good speakers, but I'm sorry to say this, but it's only rhetorical devices that you use very well. So we have to move to another kind of speech, that one that relates with people and safe keeps people. Thank you.